Special Friday edition Todgehammer, multiplayer battle, 1500 points, World Eater Army overview. Here we go. Land Raider. We got a squad of Raptors here, along with a Hellbrute. To complete our battalion, we've got 2 squads of Berserkers, 10 of them taking ride in this Land Raider. The rest of them over here. We've got some Chaos Marines right there, and we've got Karn and a Chaos Lord as our HQs. So, overall, 1,500 points of World Eaters.
All right, let's look at the Orks. Just under 1,500 points. Coming to the supply drop battle today. We got some boys there. And then we got some more boys. And some more boys, because you can never have too many boys. Then we got a couple, we got a pain boy. We got a weird boy. We got a big mech with the custom force field. And then we got 2 debuts here. We got our war boss. And we got our big mech with shock attack gun. Then we have a group of storm boys led by Boss Zagstruck. And then we got a big group of flash gits with an ammo runt for the captain, led by the Captain Bedrock. Then we got a custom mega cannon with their 5 grot gunners. And we got a Death Dread just trying to get into combat and tear some folks up.
All right, Friday Todgehammer bringing the Templars out of retirement again, trying to shake the dust and rust off their power armor. I'm going to talk through roughly 1,500 points of just the scotch under that, but we've got a Captain and Terminator armor, the Emperor's Champion, some Assault Terminators, the Ironclad Dreadnought, 3 Crusader squads, 2 5-mans that are predominantly ranged, 1 10-man that's predominantly close combat focused, a Rhino, because guys that like to chop need to be closer, and a lot of eggs in this basket here with this Knight Paladin, so we're going to see how it goes.
And here we go with the summary of the deployment with the Imperial Knight looking out amongst the green mob. The tide coming at him. With a Rhino here with some Crusaders in there. Then we got Dread on Dread. Death Dread versus Ironclad Dreadnought getting ready to happen turn 1. Then we have some more Crusaders hanging out in the building with their warlord, the Captain, along with their Emperor's Champion, lining up with some Terminators in the teleports area. Then we have the Hellbrutes hanging out in a building in cover. See if he moves. With the Chaos Lord, the Warlord for the World Eaters, hanging out behind the statue. Then we have the Land Raider with these 10 Berserkers in there. We have another 14 Berserkers in the sewers with some more Raptors set up in the sky. And in between here, you can see some World Eater Space Marines hanging out in the Medicaid building. And then as we get to the lineup, we got boys and Big Mech with the custom force field with the Warlord War Boss. And we have more boys and more boys. And we got a weird boy and a pain boy. We got a custom mega cannon. And then we got the Big Mech with a shock attack gun, along with some Storm Boys and Boss Zagstruck. And then we got the Flash Gits. And where you can't see down there is Captain Bedrock to give him the re-rolling ability on the ones. Let's get ready. Turn 1. Resupply drop.
At the end of World Eater turn, generously described as turn 1, these Marines went up to the 2nd level. And that concludes World Eater turn 1.
Your Hellbrute ran away too, don't forget that.
All these guys, we repositioned, thank you.
You're welcome for the Cadian.
End of Ork. Turn 1, that Imperial Knight right there, which started out with 24 wounds. Took some shooting from these flash gits with Daka 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 and Death in the Streets. Got him down to 6 wounds. That's right, folks. 18 wounds by the flash gits on the Imperial Knight. Deffy got in there. Did a wound or 2 on the Ironclad, but the Ironclad said, "I'm Ironclad, so you're dead. Thanks for playing. That was fun." Oh well. Custom Mega Cannon could see. Shot, I think it took a wound off. Maybe, down to 5 maybe. I don't remember.
Yeah.
And then the shock attack gun, debut. It was magical, but only connected once and it was saved. Good job, Knight. You didn't want to die too soon. Got these boys moving along. Kinda went through the containers. Got to Khan the Betrayer. Took a wound off with some shooting. Didn't really do anything in the fighting, but we got him hemmed up pretty good. Just like we do over here. The Chaos Lord. Took a wound or 2 off over there. They just got him hemmed up, but lost a total of 8 boys in the fight phase. And a booby trap over there in the corner. Pretty good. Turn 1. Flash gets MVP already.
All right, end of Templar turn 1. Yeah, a lot of stuff happened here. Did some shooting. We're gonna start off with this Ironclad Dreadnought. Uses Flamer on these here guys in the building. These flash kits didn't do anything, even though we washed the Manufactorum, tried to cleanse it with flame. The Knight Paladin here then shot with his heavy stubbers, just hit the walls, used the battle cannon, killed 2 flash kits and an ammo runt, took a wound off another flash kit. Then the Ironclad Dreadnought at the same time had used his Hunter Killer missiles and knocked out the custom mech cannon. These gentlemen over here shot at the Storm Boys on the floor beneath them. The heavy grab amp or cannon with amp once again has failed to kill anybody or hit anybody or do anything, so he's going to be benched and think about it for a while. But those Crusaders over there did shoot at the Storm Boys, killed 7 of those guys, and the captain also had a go and participated in that total of 7. Then whilst the Orks and the World Eaters fought each other, Karn took a wound, and I think he killed like, I don't know, 6 or 7 boys out of this number here. Then the Chaos Lord actually killed 2 boys before they just chopped him to pieces. And this is where we currently stand. Going into turn 2.
All right, that is the end of World Eater. Turn 2. We did a little better than our turn 1. A little look down the Land Raider. We did some las cannon business on the Rhino. I think, what did we do, 7 wounds? 6 wounds. 6 wounds. He's still alive, but we took on him a little bit. We did some shooting on some boys over here, formerly of the Chaos Lord killing boys. Land Raider was here. We had some 10 Berserkers that jumped out, made the charge on blue squad, blue boys that were over here fighting with Karn. Berserkers mopped them up. Chaos Marines and everybody did some shooting. Brutus got the flamer out, and we did probably 10-12 in the shooting phase on these gentlemen, and the rest failed morale. Chris nailed a 6 on the morale roll. So overall for World Eater turn 2, we've got 42 boys dead. 43 boys dead, and we cleaned up our deployment zone a little bit here. So that's it for World Eater turn 2.
So, end of Orc turn 2. These orange boys watched their red and blue brothers get totally destroyed by these berserkers all the way over here. So they had the weird boy to jump them onto this objective marker, hoping this one becomes an alpha or an omega objective marker. Meantime, these guys moved around. These guys moved, the Grot Gunners moved a little bit closer to that objective marker. Storm Boys did some moving, charging. They killed each other in some shooting. 1 of each left, so we got the boss Zach Struck just hanging out there, providing auto pass on the morale, which was good because he probably would have run away. And then we get to the MVP, still MVPs. The Captain, Baruch, supercharged the Ripper, caused a mortal wound to himself, and then didn't do any damage to the Imperial Knight, but of course, with Death in the Streets stratagem, flash kits wiped him out. Imperial Knight exploded, and then that caused the Dreadnought to explode. Well, he didn't explode, he just died. Luckily, he didn't explode. But I did lose a flash kit in the explosion, along with 3 more wounds from the Captain. He's down to 1 wound. That's how we stand. End of Orc. Turn 2.
And of Black Templar turn 2, not a lot to report. There is a Rhino that aggressively advanced up the street towards the World Eaters. We've got 10 Crusaders that are prepped for melee, willing to die for the God Emperor against the Traitor Legions that way. Over here is where the action happened. This Sword Brother fought this Storm Boy, took 1 wound off him, received the weapons and the God Emperor protects, so no wounds taken in return, and moved these gentlemen back into cover of the Shrine of the Aquilia to pray to the God Emperor, of course, for his blessing and protection, and react to whatever happens when the supply drops. And that's it.
All right, that is the conclusion of World Eater Turn 3. So let's start at the beginning where we had 3 objectives over here. We had 1 here that's gone. We had 1 here that's gone, and that one. And with the game type that we are playing Resupply dropped, I picked those 3 objectives, rolled a D3, and of course the one furthest from my army is the one that I picked. So I rolled a 6 on the D3, so everybody, not surprisingly, moved up. We advanced with the Marines, we advanced with the Berserkers. The Raptors came out turn 3, they've got to. We did some shooting over here, nailed it with the Melta. Chris re-rolled it and saved it, so we shot a lot, we didn't do any wounds. The Berserkers over here came out of the sewers right there. We've got some objectives over here we might be interested in. We did some pistol shooting, we killed 4 boys, and we're just going to wait and see what happens when Chris rolls his D3 on the objectives. Other than that, we did kill the Templar Rhino that was right here, killed it with the las cannons. Crusaders jumped out, didn't lose anybody, and then Brutus moved in, who lost 6 wounds on Overwatch. Melta Boy did the job. That hurt a lot, so Brutus is down to 2. And then Karn came in, and he did Karn things and mopped up the rest of the Crusaders. And that is the conclusion of World Eater Turn 3.
End of Orc Turn 3. First, start off with the objectives. We had an objective over there. We had an objective right there. And an objective right there. After the rolling of the D3, that objective stayed as the Omega/Beta objective for the 3 victory points at the end of the battle. So we kind of hauled wide left. Come this way. Big Mech with shock attack. Shot at Brutus over there. Yeah, he misses 1 shot. Grotz moved. Warboss moved. Big Mech moved. Weird Boy moved to jump the Pain Boy over here, hopefully to heal the Captain. No shooting over here. We had some boys in that building right there that took out a Berserker with their shooting, and they're gonna kind of hang out there and see how it all plays out. Who knows if they'll come back in. That is the end of Orc Turn 3. Ready for Black Templar.
End of Templar Turn 3. That's a dead Brutus. Shooty Crusaders over there. Got ballsy, supercharged the plasma. Finished off what their dead brothers started with the Melta gun. Killed a Brutus. Then we did deep strike some assault Terminators with Storm Shields and Thunderhammers. They charged the Warlord, which was a war boss. Smoked him. And they've consolidated towards that big mech there. But overall, not a bad Black Templar turn. Killed a Hellbrute and killed the Orc war boss. And yeah, not too super bad, but you can go next turn.
All right, at the end of World Eater Turn 4, everyone is hauling ass to the right because this is the other supply drop. So we got 1 there, and we got 1 there. We're not too worried about getting that middle one. We like our chances. But that would only give us 3 points, and we're at 0 right now. And Templars are at 2, and the Orcs are at 1. So we need to make something happen. Land Raider moved up. We did some shooting on these Templars here. We killed 4 of them, but they're Templars, so they didn't run. And other than that, we have got 3 command points left. Right now, Templars 2, Orks 1, World Eater 0.
End of Orc, turn 4. Really not a whole lot. Some movement, the jump in, some other things. The only thing that really happened, a lot of shots. Nothing really hit except these flash gets. Shot all the way over here. There was a Black Templar Crusader over there. 5 of them that could shoot. Did some shooting and took care of him ×3. So again, another kill for the flash gets. They are MVP for the Orc side. Other MVPs out there on the board, but not for the Orcs. Everyone else just dying. But end of Orc, turn 4. As we release and look at the board. Let's see what happens. There's a lot of smoke out here. Let's get ready for Black Templar, turn 4.
End of Templar turn 4. We move towards the big mech. We charge the big mech. We smash the big mech. That's what we did. Gentleman over there towards the shrine of the Aquila moved out of line of sight of the super scary Land Raider with twin. That means 2 twin las cannons, or 1 quad las cannon, however you want to look at it. But that's what we did, much like 2 plague spitters. But yeah, that's where we stand now. Not the worst, not the best turn, but we're a little bit scared of this Zerker horde lurking over there and the splash kits. So we're just gonna Templar our way to I'd normally say victory, but something. So here we go, next turn.
End of World Eater, turn 5. The red horde continues to advance. Berserkers moved up, Marines moved up. We've got this supply objective right now. Land Raider did some shooting at the boys that were in the building over there. Didn't do a whole lot of wounds, but the Raptors moved over onto the floor beneath. Did some shooting and then moved up and fought. The rest of the Orcs ran away, so we cleaned out the boys from the Basilica here. And we've got the weird boy still at the top, so... End of World Eater, turn 5.
End of Orc, turn 5. Shock attack gun came to play a little bit, and by play meaning knocked out one of those berserkers over there. Trying to clear the objective from all the way up here, didn't work. But, you know, got one of them. Then the flash gets. Did some little shooting. Nicked a wound from the Terminators over here. Meanwhile, Captain by Rock and the Pain Boy moved over here to get within 3 inches, question mark? We'll see. That's the end of turn 5. Black Templar's turn. And we'll see if we'll go to turn 6.
End of Templar turn 5. We moved our Assault Terminators towards a Pain Boy near the objective 4 here, which is the beta objective. And smashed the Pain Boy. Did some shooting with these guys. Captain Badruck cleared him off this objective as well. And this is where we currently stand with the Templars.
All right, at the conclusion of Friday afternoon Todgehammer, 1,500 point all-out multiplayer battle on Cities of Death, resupply drop, end of turn 5. I rolled a dice, I rolled a 1, so the game ends. And the game ends as such. We've got 2 line breaker points for the World Eaters. 1 there, and 1 over there. And we got 1 objective, 1 resupply drop, so a total of 5. It's a draw with the Black Templars, who have First Blood and Warlord kill, and they have this resupply drop here. And the Orcs, Flash Gets MVP, Night Killers, Merit Badge, with 1. Templar Warlord was the only fellow to survive.
Because he hid behind the building all day. Praise be.
And there we go. Draw.